Okay, this is Coach Des here. I am redoing the first 6 videos, so I am redoing the Jets. This is the Jets offense numbers for 2019. And then this is the Jets numbers for offense 2020. Okay, so I'm going to focus on their weakness, strengths, and what they need to improve on. And maybe it's offense, maybe it's defense, I don't know. But in 2020, you went to the basement, the cellar. You don't need to be in last place. In 2019, you finished 7-9. In 2020, it was 2-14. The teams in your division didn't improve. They got worse. So, we need to correct that number so that you're moving up and not backwards. So let's look and see what's going on. So rushing right in 2020, you averaged 4.39 yards per right. And 2019, it was 3.73 yards per carry. Rushing to the left was 3.4 yards in 2019. In 2020, it was 4.31. So you pretty much averaged about the same. Rushing to the right, it was passing to the right was 11.28 in 2020, and passing to the right was 1094, about the same in 2019 to 2020. Passing to the middle was 1198 in 2019, 11.3 in 2020. Now maybe you had players that opted out and decided not to play, and they'll be back in 2021. We'll see. So passing to the left was 9.64 in 2020. Passing to the left was 10.26. You pretty much are almost the same in 2019 versus 2020. Sacks 3.38, 2.88. So you improved the court and saved the quarterback a few sacks. Interceptions 1.06, 0.94, the same. Fumbles 1 and 0.56. So you held the ball a little bit better in 2020 than you did in 2019. But you know, again, in 2019 you was 5-11. In 2020 you was 2-14. You went backwards. You didn't go forwards. So let's see. In 2020 you averaged 15.2 points per game, but in 2019 you averaged 17.3. It's not a big difference, but it's enough. And I will have to say that your overall passing rating average was 57.3, and 2020 and 2019 it was 63%. Your overall passing average was 63%. So you did better passing the ball in 2019 than you did in 2020. So, and I can tell you now, your defense is what gave this all up. So let's look at your defense numbers and see what's going on with defense. Okay, here's your defense numbers for 2019, and here's your defense numbers for 2020. So, rushing right, you average giving up 4.85 yards per carry in 2020, and in 2019, it was 3.44. Do you see the big difference here? That is a lot of yards, whether you think so or not. If you think about it, if it's 10 yards per carry, it took them 3 times to get to the first down. Here it's 2. That's a big difference of handling the ball. But let's keep going. Rushing left, 4.45 in 2020, but in 2019, 4.37. So it pretty much was the same. Passing to the right, 10.27 in 2019. Passing to the right, 11.24 in 2020. It's a little increase, but not enough to make you scream. Passing down the middle, 11.28 in 2020. Passing down the middle, 13.10 in 2019. You improved there. Passing to the left, 10.34 in 2019. 10.57 in 2020. Again, it's not enough to scream and holler, but sacks 2.13 in 2020, 2.31. Same. Interceptions 0.88, 0.69, points about the same. Fumbles 1.12, 1.25, the same. So where I see the difference is this. In 2020, you gave up 28.6 points to your opponents in 2020. But in 2019, you only gave up 22.4. There's the big difference right there. Okay? So that's 6 points. 6. That's a touchdown without the extra point that you gave up per game. That's a lot. So overall passing average, the defense gave up was 66.1% in 2020, but in 2019 it was 62.5%. That's a big difference. So your corners, everybody got to be evaluated. Corners, DBs, middle linebackers, and your safeties. And the corners, they gave up too many yards in 2020. 2021 is going to be a lot different. You need to study your coaches. You need to study your opponents a little bit better than this. Your one team you ain't got to worry about, because they going to be, if you can knock them off and put them in the cellar, that'll help you out. You'll get back into third place, but I don't want you in third place. So let's aim high. Okay? But with that being said, peace out.